Hi you guys, welcome back. I am so thrilled to have you here. Today we are making an end of summer frittata, and summer is in fact technically over. Officially the end of this week, I think this Saturday. I know some of you have been in a little bit of a tizzy because, you know, pumpkin spice season came out super early this year, and by June people were already excited for Halloween and for fall. I'm sorry for you if you're one of those hateful people. I don't need that sort of negativity in my life. Anyways, now that I have polarized half of my audience, I don't have that many subscribers, so I don't think I made that many people mad. But I am gonna just give a last hurrah to some of my favorite summer produce, namely these yellow sunburst squash. I freaking love these. I love when the summer season comes around. This is basically one of the only things that gets me through it. I'm not a heat kind of gal. I do generally prefer winter and fall squash to summer squash, but these I love. So let's get right to it. So I just very roughly sliced up all of these sun babies. I'm actually using a cast iron grill pan for this part of the process just because this is an end of summer recipe. I really want to get those nice grill marks on this. I want to get that char. But you definitely do not have to take this step. It is just as yummy to throw this all into one pan, the kielbasa and the squash and the shallots all together into a pan and just saute them. While these guys are cooking, I am just gonna give these a very, very rough chop. And you know, this is really up to you, just whatever size of bite you would like in your frittata. And like I said, doing this grilling, it's not necessary. It's really not. I just think it looks pretty. And it really gives that summer vibe. It gives that nice char texture and contrast. But sauteing it's beyond fine. So we have all of our charred squash here. It looks gorgeous. We're just gonna set this off to the side and move on to our sausage. Look at these gorgeous grill marks. Oh my God, that's absolutely perfect. Exactly what we're looking for. So easy, so delicious. You know, you don't have to make really complicated recipes to impress people. You just don't. You don't even need to cook to impress people. Impress yourself. Now, while these guys are just getting their little char going on the other side, I am gonna chop up our shallots, and these guys, I'm also going to grill these. So the way I'm slicing them, again, it's very rough, so don't worry too much about this. I actually want it to stay sort of together, if that makes sense, because I'm gonna lay these down on the grill in these chunks. So if they can kind of keep together, normally I would take these little ends off. I'll deal with that after. But for grilling purposes, we do want things to kind of stay a little family. We've got some runaways here, no big deal. But this is kind of what you're looking for, is our little bundles keeping together. It's just gonna make your life so much easier on the grill. I'm gonna slide all of this out of the way for now because I think we are pretty close to our kielbasa being ready to come off the grill. And I'm just popping my shallots right in, and you can see why we're trying to keep them in their little family bundles. Oh my God, it smells so good. I just got a whiff of the shallots connecting spiritually and emotionally and physically with that smoked kielbasa juice that is remaining in here. Oh my God, it smells so good. Honestly, I think shallots cooking, that should be a candle. It's one of my favorite smells in the world. Like, we have campfires, we have like Douglas fir candles, you know, woods and laundry. There are things that do not smell as good as shallots cooking and smoked kielbasa juice. I should stop calling it juice. That probably sounds weird to you guys. Okay, and I am just gonna hit these guys with some salt really quick. You always wanna salt every single layer at every single step. You should never not salt something. You wanna salt each individual piece as you're going. Okay, let me set this aside, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put these guys in their new home with our charred squash. And I'm just gonna dice these up the same way. It does not have to be picture perfect. You can have, you know, sometimes I feel like if you've got something like, you know, meat inside of an omelet or a scramble, you know, obviously you don't want it to be crazy uneven, but I do feel like when you get sort of like a surprise giant piece of bacon, you're like, oh, that just made my day 20 times better. Maybe that's just me. Maybe not everybody loves a giant piece of bacon to their face, but I feel like if you're eating bacon, you probably want to have that moment. This bowl is getting so loaded. We've got our shallots in here. We've got our squash in here. We have got our green onions grilling. We're going for it. We're going all out. Now, you guys missed that I did go ahead and preheat the oven to 350 degrees. So do know that that is happening, because it is almost time to deal with our eggs. I actually find that a tablespoon of water gives a little extra fluff and air to the eggs than even a tablespoon of dairy. It's gonna fluff these up so beautifully. It just, I don't know what it is. It adds just a little bit of extra air. Makes it even easier. You wanna make sure this is really, really well mixed. You don't want any separation of the yolks and the egg whites. You don't want any strings. So here is my super fluffy 6 eggs with a tablespoon of water. And then here are all of my yummy, delicious charred toppings, only some of which you can see right now. We have got just a mountain of kielbasa. So I am just gonna drop all of this into here. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. This honestly is gonna be like 90% ingredients, like 90% innards. and like 2% eggs. All right, so let's go ahead and just give this a nice mix. And we have here an oven safe pan. So I have my cast iron here. I just love using my cast iron. I really exclusively cook in cast irons or Dutch ovens. That is why my channel is called Feast and Foundry. But you can use any bakeware, truly. Just gonna drop this in here. Oh my gosh, you guys. This might be way too loaded, but you know what? We already did it, so we're gonna go for it. We're gonna let ourselves have this moment, and I think it's actually gonna be really beautiful. So I preheated my oven to 350. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this guy in there, and I will check back with you guys in 25 to 30 minutes when we have ourselves a frittata. Okay, so this just came out of the oven. It is still hot. There's a lot of fillings in here. So sometimes you only need 25, 30 minutes for this to cook all the way through. But this is so stuffed that I had to add on like an extra 20, 25 minutes. So this was probably baking for more like 45 to 50 minutes. But this is exactly what you want. You want a nice set center with a little bit of bounce back. You can have some brown edges. Some people like all of the eggs to be browned. Like some people will broil their frittatas at the end. I'm not totally about that life. I'm gonna go ahead and just chop up these grilled green onions. This is gonna be my garnish. So let's go ahead. Okay, this is hot, so I'm gonna be really, really careful. Let's go ahead and see how this came out. So let's go ahead and get this beauty out of here. Oh my God. Look how loaded with goodies that is. It is so yummy. This has those beautiful charred sunburst squash in here, the grilled shallots, grilled kielbasa. It is so flavorful. This will keep you full all day. And you can just save all of these. You can freeze them, you can keep them in the fridge, and then you just reheat it in the microwave for a minute or two, and you have breakfast for the whole week. I absolutely love this. I hope you guys try it. It's amazing. It smells so, so good. And I'm just gonna go enjoy this right now. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so you're notified every time I upload. I post new videos every Monday, 9 a.m. Pacific time. Leave a thumbs up if you liked this recipe, if you would want to see more like it, if you think you would give it a try, leave it in the comments, and I will see you guys next Monday.